Forward TV. The world is thinking.
So Greenspan turned the dials to expansion in the mid-1990s when the economy was easing and helped provoke the East Asian financial crisis, which was a crisis in which hot money from the money centers of New York and London quickly flew to the Southeast Asian and Northeast Asian financial markets, bid up real estate, and then were subject to a rapid withdrawal of lending in 1997, actually starting because of a devaluation of one of the currencies, the Thai baht. So that was a hot money crisis, which actually brought a deep crisis to Asia, not unlike the worldwide crisis now. As soon as that happened, the U.S. economy started to slow down, as you can imagine. So Greenspan cut interest rates sharply and set off a second bubble, and that was the dot-com bubble. If you look at NASDAQ and the Dow, it soared, of course, between 1998 and 2000 to dizzying heights. And that was the time when anybody that had a .com in the name could become a billionaire in a day. You didn't even have to have a desk or an office. And we bid up astounding paper wealth, which all came tumbling down in a very short period of time. It was also the period when the final twists were put on deregulation, which Greenspan, Summers, and Robert Rubin championed in 1998 and 1999. No regulation of the derivatives, no regulation of break down or end the Glass-Steagall separation of Wall Street and commercial banks. And so this was a frothy period of a tremendous U.S.-based financial bubble combined with deregulation. Turned out it was a warm-up operation, because when the market collapsed in 2000, 2001, Greenspan cut interest rates even more sharply. When 9/11 occurred, they went down to 1%. And they were held at this historically low level until 2004, and then slowly were allowed to creep up. That third one is the one that produced this massive outcome that we're now living in. You had, by then, a deregulated financial system and a massive expansion of credit all over the world. The stock market soared again. But this time also the housing market soared, because one of the inventions was, of course, the asset-backed securities, the mortgage-backed securities, and the credit default swaps to insure the mortgage-backed securities. So the perfect system was in place. 1% interest rates and the no-loss investment proposition. And Wall Street, of course, loved it, because it booked phenomenal profits and took phenomenal pay, the likes of which were simply unimaginable even years before. These were the years of $30 billion plus bonuses on Wall Street. Now, anyone looking at that, in my opinion, should have been horrified and frightened. Horrified at the social implications, but we cheered it on in this country. And deeply frightened that something cannot be right with this picture.